This video is about accessibility in the application process. An accessible application process is an application process that's been designed to ensure all potential candidates, regardless of ability, can apply with little to no trouble. This means the process accommodates individuals with disabilities, ensuring they are not at a disadvantage relative to non disabled candidates. Designing an accessible application process means considering a wide range of barriers. So, things that would make the process unnecessarily difficult or strenuous candidates with disability. It means considering different options and adaptations. So, ways to remove or reduce these barriers. This could be anything from shifting the digital interface of the application platform to changing the communication methods used throughout the recruitment process. Like I said, the goal is to ensure the application process doesn't put candidates with disabilities at a disadvantage. Making our application processes accessible also helps ensure compliance with legal standards. For instance, duty to accommodate, which is part of both the Alberta Human Rights Act and the Canadian Human Rights Act, and mandates reasonable accommodations for individuals with disabilities. If you would like to learn more about the duty to accommodate, head to Module 4. For now, though, let's talk about a couple of ways we can make our application processes more inclusive. Number one, audit existing processes. I recommend starting with a thorough review or audit of your current application process. Try to identify barriers, so things that might stop candidates with disabilities from applying, and outline a couple of areas for improvement. And if you have the means, try to bring in an accessibility specialist or a consultant to provide support. Number two, make technical adjustments. Check to make sure any of the digital platforms you're using are compatible with assistive technologies. This means websites and forms are screen reader friendly and that are alternatives to the CAPTCHA for user verification. It also means videos have captions and audio descriptions. Number three, offer multiple formats. Try to give candidates a couple of different options when it comes to the format of their application. So instead of having applicants write a formal cover letter, let them know they can submit an audio file, a video, or a PowerPoint presentation instead. Or instead of having applicants use an online form, let them know they can apply over email. This way, people can tell you about themselves and about their strengths and their skills in a way that works for them. Be sure to provide guidelines for each option. They should be specific but not overly stringent. We still want to allow for creative freedom. Number four, make accessibility clear. Ensure job postings and recruitment materials clearly state that you are trying to provide an accessible application process and that accommodations are available upon request. And be sure to provide specific information on how candidates can request these accommodations too. Number five, provide accessibility training. Train human resource personnel and other staff that might be involved in recruitment or on the importance of accessibility. Training should cover both the technical aspects of accessibility and any soft skills or interpersonal skills needed to accommodate with candidates with disabilities. Number six, solicit feedback. Ask applicants and employees for feedback regarding the accessibility of the application process. Then use this feedback to make adjustments and improvements. Remember that continuous change is a good thing. We never want to get into the mindset of, oh, we've done enough, or oh, we're accessible enough. We're done now. We should always strive to be even more inclusive or even more accessible, right? Keeping detailed records of your accessibility practices will help with this because you can come back to them. So they will be a resource that you can use for continuous improvement. Number seven, provide feedback. Be sure to let applicants know whether or not you will be moving forward with their application. And if you're not moving forward with their application, be sure to let them know why. provide feedback as to whether their application was clear and effective, and whether it made an impression. In the end, the difference between an accessible application process and a regular application process is a deliberate focus on accessibility. So, while a regular application process might assume a one size fits all approach, an accessible process recognizes the fact that there are a lot of different barriers that might prevent people from fully engaging in the application process. Our goal is to address those barriers, making the application process as accessible as possible. We want to create a level playing field, so to speak. This brings us to the end of lesson 2. Thanks for watching.